It's crazy because comedy was something I never thought that I would get into. Cause I was a conversational funny guy. Like I have a funny personality, you know? So I never looked at it as like, that's something I should do. And I had friends tell me like, yo, you tell us stories all the time about random stuff. Like you have us in tears. You should think about stand-up. So stand-up to me was something that was like foreign. Like
right.
I don't know nothing about that. Like that sounds like something you got to really know what you're talking about. So I went to this open mic one night. So I was nervous, right? So I drank a little bit.
How long ago was this?
This was last year, July, my very first stand-up show.
What? That was your first open mic?
Very first open mic, very first stand-up show. First time ever doing it. So I went to this open mic that was not too far from my crib. I was kind of nervous, so I had a couple of drinks to give me some liquor courage, you know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know? So I went up there and then I was like, yo, it was a lot of people. I didn't expect a lot of people to be there. You know, it's just open mic. But it was packed house. So I was like, dang, I don't got no kind of material plan. I don't even know what to talk about. So I just went up there and I was just like, man, what's going on, man? San Diego, how you doing, man? And from that point, I just went with it. Just the Chris Tucker voice and everything just started coming out and flowing and flowing.
Chris Tucker voice.
Yeah, and like, cause I do the Chris Tucker impression really good. That's something I used to do for fun to entertain my friends. But I was like, if I don't know what to say, this will make people laugh when they hear a familiar, funny voice, you know? And they immediately started laughing. And then I just, got into it and told a few stories and posted the video. It got 8,000 views the first day. And I came back to the crib and I looked at that and I was like, you know what? I think this is my thing right here. Like, I think this is it, stand-up comedy. So I started grinding, I was doing shows after shows, driving to LA, doing open mics, driving to Santa Monica. For y'all who don't know, I'm in San Diego, so that's like a 2-hour drive that I'm doing other day to do open mics until I ended up being at the right place at the right time. And this woman saw me perform and she said, hey, after the show, she was like, hey, I like the material that you did. Would you mind coming to my event that I'm having in LA to do it? And I was like, cool. She was like, I'll pay you for it. Don't worry. So I was thinking like maybe a couple $100, She paid me. And I'm going to say this because this is old now.
Hey, you ain't holding back, son. I want to hear all of it.
Yeah, so she paid me $2,600 for the stick. She wanted me to do the same material I did at an open mic, but she wanted me to do it for her event. She paid me $2,600 for it.
How did that go?
It was like 10 minutes. Like literally, it's a whole event. All these people out here, everything's going on, and I'm in entertainment, So I'm in entertainment for the event, and I'm seeing all these people. It's like 300 something people at the time, and I'm standing there like, the whole event is gone, and they're like, okay, guys, you ready for entertainment? We got a comedian, and I'm like nervous. I'm sweating, I'm drenched. Like, yo, it's so many people in here, yo. So I get up there, and I'm like. And I just go, and in that moment, I knew that I had to, this was that moment for me to shine. And then in that moment, I realized that I was really capable of doing stand-up when I was in front of 300 something people that I didn't even know.
300?
It was 300 or something people because they had a guest list. So you can only come to the event if your name was on the list. So
you had to be somebody.
You had to be somebody, And me at the time, I'm a nobody. You know what I mean? In my head, I'm a nobody. I'm like, yo, I'm just some young dude out here just telling funny jokes, money, So I'm like, hey, I don't need this. This is out of my lane. But at the time, I thought it was, but now I realized this is where I belong,
Right.
And in that moment, I reached out to a famous DJ. His name's Sway the Remix Guy. And we were talking through DMs on Instagram, and he posted one of my comedy videos that I did, one of my stand-up shows, and it had 20-some thousand views overnight.
I think I did see it because I remember we were talking about it and I was commenting on it. And yeah, I remember. I think I put a post about that too. Oh my God, that's awesome, man.
1,000 views overnight. And I was just like, yo, is this happening? Like, am I really like stepping in those waters of like fame,
You start hitting it.
Hey, every time I got a view, I took another shot. I was like, bro, I'm lit, like, hey, I made it. And I stayed on my grind. You know, I didn't post no more of my material as far as my stand up. I was just doing it behind doors because, you know, a close friend of mine's, Malik Grimes, he told me, he was like, you know, don't, you know, keep people in the loop of everything that's going on in your life, you know?
Right.
When you need to, and, you know, you present things, you know? And so when I went from, you know, posting all these videos to going ghost for like 6 months, and then I come out March 23rd, hey, I just got signed to a comedy deal in LA. Blew everybody's mind. It was just like, where did this come from? But they didn't know behind the scenes, I was grinding. I got a comedy deal straight out of LA, man. And that moment when I got that phone call, that moment was like, I've never had a kid before, but the way people have described having their first kid, I think that's what it felt like. It's just that moment of you're just like this is like, is this real? Like, this is really happening? Like, you know? Right. And I couldn't sleep. Like, I was up all night, like just laying in bed, like
start refreshing the feed on your phone, just 20,020.
I'm going back through emails, rereading conversations, like, did they say they were signing me? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, like me, the young kid from South Carolina, you know, from the country that was playing, killing bugs. They want me, you know what I mean? Like, out of all these people, you know, like, because that's how humble I am. I don't see myself as like, you know, I'm better than everybody. You know, I always tell myself, you know, there's somebody out there that's better than me, you know, and that keeps me on my mind. And so when I got the comedy deal, immediately I went straight to TikTok, and I had a friend, his name was Andreas. He told me, he's like, he said, TikTok is the new wave. You need to hop on that. So I got on TikTok and I started doing TikTok, and immediately viral video after viral video after viral video. And literally right now I'm sitting at 10.6 thousand followers on TikTok.